Well, hello, I'm Nathan Judah. I'm here with Shrewsbury Town reporter Lewis Cox. Lewis, we have a new manager at Shrewsbury.
Yes.
Finally.
Finally, it's been 18 long days, but we finally got here, and it's Paul Hurst, the Grimsby Town manager, as I'm sure you know. He's made a brilliant impression today. He's been down here, been speaking with the press, and he's lit up the place. I think he's. Don't be fooled, I think he said, by his small demeanour. I think he's 5'4".
Yeah, he's
maybe one of the smallest in the football league, but he's got that bundle of energy, that passion about him, and I think the fans are going to feel that when they see him here, or if they go to Southend at the weekend. I'm really excited actually by what he said today. So
it's been a long 18 days, hasn't it, for the club?
Yeah, and I think again we spoke with Brian Caldwell again today. He's been very good to the press while we've been doing this. He's been updating us. It's been difficult. He can't say what he's always wanted to say because of negotiations with other clubs, you know, lawyers, all of that. And he's kept us up to date as well as he can. And I don't think he's had much sleep.
Well, it's not easy appointing a manager, though, is it? I mean, people think it just, you have a handshake and then you can announce it, but there are a lot of things to do before you can announce someone.
Perhaps it's easier if the manager is not with a club.
Sure.
And you can just negotiate with him and get it done as soon as. But when you're looking to take, as Brian said to us today, a manager who's very well thought of from a club that are doing very well, and he's done very well with the club. Why do Grimsby Town want to lose Paul Hurst?
Yeah.
They don't want to lose Paul Hurst.
Yeah.
So compensation, money. That's one of the things you've got to agree. You've got to get that permission to speak with Hurst first of all, and then you've got to make sure you're the right fit for each other club and manager. There's so much to go through. Yeah,
but delighted to get the man, and I guess the main aim is to avoid relegation.
Yeah, I mean, he said to us, what are the aims? And he says, look, we know where we are. We're rock bottom of the table. We've won one game in 14. We haven't scored the first goal in the game for 12 games in a row. It's a ridiculous stat. He knows the size of his job.
Yeah.
And he said, we need to stay in the league. We need to survive in League One. That might not sound ambitious, but he's an ambitious guy. He wants to progress. He wants to do well for himself. He wants to do well for Shrewsbury Town. But he's a realist. He's a realist. I think we've seen that today, and he wants to keep the club in the division and then begin to build. But he also says he sees no reason why he can't go on a run of results with this bounce and then look and maybe change your aims and do more this season. Who knows?
He's had a training session with the guys. Is that the first time he's met them? What did he have to say?
Yeah, he said he was impressed with the group. He doesn't know too much about them. He was very strong on the clean slate. He wants a chance to start fresh. He doesn't want to learn that much about the place. He doesn't want to watch 90 minutes from every single game. He wants to have a fresh start for them to all impress him, to see what he feels about them, rather than taking it all from maybe some negative impressions of how some have done at times this season.
Sure.
Maybe some people could say some haven't tried as much as they could, or some have been terrible on the ball, or other things like that. He wants to have his own thoughts on what the players can do, and I think that's a really good thing, because heads have been down here, players haven't been performing to their capability. I think that's probably fair to say. So good that he can come in and judge everyone for who they are.
Very interesting. He could quite easily toe the line and say the guys have been great today, I've been really impressed. But he was quick to say something very different to that and say that it's good, but a lot of it isn't good enough, and that's why they are bottom of the league. And it's a refreshing outlook to have, I think.
I use that word, realist, and he is. He's not going to come to speak to us after a game if they've been 4-0, and he's not going to say, and try and
he's going to tell it as it is.
He's going to speak bluntly, and he's going to
exactly what he said. He says blunt, isn't he?
He's going to call a spade, which I think is what fans want to hear here. Not saying that didn't happen before, but there's going to be no frills. He's going to say it as it is, and I think that's going to be refreshing.
Fans going to get behind him as well?
I really think so. As I said earlier on, he's really lit up this place with all the press we've had here today, and I can't wait for the fans to see all this and read all this, and those that come down to Essex on Saturday. Fair old trip, but plenty to come and watch. He's Monday today. He's got all the days this week to train with them.
He's got a full week with them, isn't it?
Yeah, because this could have been announced on a Thursday or God, even a Friday.
Yeah, as it nearly was.
Yeah, and then you've got no time at all to train with them, so you're just kind of leading the blind almost. But he's got days to put his stamp on it. Of course, it's early, and he's going to have time. We know that to build it, but we hope by Saturday we're going to start to see Paul Hurst, Shrewsbury Town. He's going to play the players he wants to play. He's going to bring in the system he wants to play. Of course, that revolves around injuries as well.
Sure.
We've got wingers injured, so maybe we can't play wingers. But we're going to see a Paul Hurst Shrewsbury Town team, and effort and hard work are words he kept using, and I don't think we are going to see any player not give 10 out of 10 in terms of effort.
Exciting times. Paul Hurst is the new Shrewsbury Town Manager. For all the reaction on the press conference, make sure you log on to shropshirestar.com.